instead of you going out into the real world, we send you immediately into a debtor's prison, appropriate for this play. You probably don't even know what debtor's prisons are, right? Were you taught that in history? You used to have debtor's prisons. In other words, if you didn't pay your bill, you had to go spend some time in jail. And business people were able literally to throw you in jail. Not garnish your wages or, take your home or your car from you or whatever. Put you in prison. And at 22, you are in prison. Because now you have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of student loan debt that you are going to spend the next 20 to 30 years paying off. Why would we do this to our children? We didn't have that. Those of you who are in here who are my age and older, what did it cost us to go to school here in Michigan at our age? Let me tell you how if you didn't get a scholarship or something like that, the way you paid to go to Michigan State was you worked at Dairy Queen for the summer. And what you made at Dairy Queen paid for your semester. That was it. And when you left school at 22, you weren't in debt. If you were lucky enough to live in one of the cool states, like California or New York, you know what you paid back then?
Zero.
If you went to the University of California in Berkeley, UCLA, what do you think they paid? Nothing. Zero. If you went to any state college in New York, any SUNY school, any city college in New York City, what did you pay to go to school there?
Nothing.
Nothing. If you lived in France right now, whether you go to a technical school to learn to be a mechanic, or whether you go to the Sorbonne, what do you pay?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, the French make you pay for your books. Bastards. Now, why did we have that system where you didn't have to pay anything or nearly, hardly anything? Why did our parents and grandparents set up that system? Because they saw the importance of when you're 22 years old, at that age, what you shouldn't be thinking about is, oh my God, I got to get a job to start paying off these loans. And I'm just going to have to take any job I can get to pay off these loans. They didn't want us just taking any job we could get. They wanted us getting a job that would make us happy, that would pay us a decent middle-class salary, and where we might make a contribution to making this world a better place. But now it's about, I got to pay back the loan. And then what's so criminal about this is that at your age, as young adults, this is the moment when you're full of creativity and ingenuity and discovery and exploration. This is the age you go and form a band. And we got to hear all that great music back then. This is the age where you say, I'm going to be a filmmaker. I'm going to go make my movie. I don't have to pay. I don't have any student debt to pay. I'm going to go make a movie. I'm going to go get a Eurail pass and travel around Europe with a backpack. I'm going to go meet other people. I'm going to go see what the rest of the world is like. I did that at 22. I did that. I had no money. Didn't matter. The Eurail pass was nothing. I got off somewhere in Lund, Sweden, and stubbed my toe and essentially broke my toe. And somebody said, oh, there's a clinic right down the street, like a little hospital. And so I walk in there, I stumble in there with my backpack. X-ray, look at it, wrap it up, this, that, here's a little medicine. Okay, what do I owe you? Owe us? You don't owe us anything. I never knew that. Well, that's how you learn little things like that. When you're 22 and you're not in a debtor's prison. You're 22 and you're free. You're free to explore, to discover. Really, if you think about it, the great inventions, the great discoveries, the great art, so much of it comes from people in their 20s. And you're still at an age then, you know this already, right? where you don't have to suffer fools, where you don't have to take any BS, right? You know, it's not like the rest of us. As we get older, we got to learn to put up with all kinds of people and compromise all the time to get this, that, or whatever. You don't have to do any of that. You know, that's why you didn't show up to vote in 2010. I said, you know, it's like you were all there in 28, right? 2008, everybody busting their ass for Obama. But like the 18 and 19 and 20-year-olds you are, you know, after 2 years, when he didn't do half or 3/4 of what he said he was going to do, you know, now the rest of us are going, well, that's okay, it takes time, you know. He inherited a horrible mess from Bush, and, you know, he's going to probably need at least 2 terms. That's all he's going to get to fix this, and you know, and you can't always get your way, and, you know, that's how we talk, right? No, this is how you talk at 19. Dad, you said you were going to close Guantanamo. Dad, you didn't. You said you were going to put regulations on Wall Street. You didn't. You said you were going to stop this war. You didn't. I'm not voting. How's my impersonation of you? No, because you have such a good, like, fuck you attitude at that age. Yeah, you said you were going to do it. I'm not voting. It's like adults don't get this. What do you mean you're not voting? You have to vote. You have to vote. Yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe he's not everything, but you don't want that. You got to learn to vote for the lesser of 2 evils. Or the evil of 2 lessers, as I call it. See, Obama and the Democrats didn't understand that. They didn't understand. They thought that army would come back. They thought at 18 and 19 and 20 that you're all just going to, like, get in line and do what we tell you to do. You do whatever the fuck you want to do when you want to. You sleep till 1 in the afternoon. Most of you, before you came here tonight, just had lunch. Am I speaking the truth? You set your own schedule. You haven't cleaned your room in weeks. You had to clean it for all those years. You're free now. You're not cleaning the room. And your God is ramen noodles.